Hi everyone, it's Teal here. This video is all about Rina Kent, or else known as the Rinaverse. I'm starting this new journey, which is mostly diving into dark romance, which I've never really done before. I've read a few books that could be classified as dark romance, but not really. Rina Kent is known for being a dark romance author, so I'm super excited. If you're seeing this, you're about to see me read the Royal Elite series, which is her first series that she has published with that name. So I made this more of a vlog style, so anytime I had any thoughts that I wanted to share, I would take out the camera and vlog. So I think this is, in a way, I'm hoping it's going to be an interesting video because you get to see my reactions on every single book of the series. Hello, if you're watching this, that's just wild because that means I actually posted this, but I am on my journey of reading Rina Kent book. Unfortunately, I didn't document with my camera when I was reading Cruel King, which is the first book in the Royal Elite series, which is the first series Rina Kent has written with that pen name. I don't know if she has written any other books. I haven't really looked into that, but Cruel King was something. Definitely not as dark as I was expecting, and I've talked about this a lot on my my TikTok account. So if you're not following me there, you definitely should, because I post a lot more there just because it's just so much easier, more convenient. The editing doesn't take that long, so I can post much faster and in the moment. So if you want to know what is going on with my reading journey or what I'm up to, you should definitely follow me there, because I'm more active there than here, because I just do not have the time. Great, my mom is baking at 9 p.m. at night, so that's wonderful, and the sound will just add so much character to this video. Love it. So the Cruel King follows Levi King, who is an orphan and lives with his very rich and powerful uncle Jonathan King and his cousin Aiden King. Levi is the captain of the soccer team. He goes to a private school in London. So I don't know if it's London or just the UK. I'm not from there, so I don't know. I don't want to offend all the English people that might be watching this, which I guess there's gonna be zero, but you never know. Anyways, essentially, he meets Astrid, Clifford. There is a lot of reasons why these characters get connected, and just the romance takes from there. There's some wild things that happen. I honestly had a lot of fun reading it. I love how men in dark romance are always very overprotective, very jealous, and very possessive, and maybe that just says a lot about me. That I shouldn't be saying on the internet, but I guess, I thought it was a good book. It wasn't too heavy. Then when I read Deviant King, which is about Aiden King, his Levi's younger cousin, Rina Kent was like, you want to see dark romance? I got you, because I was doubting her. I was like, this is what dark romance looks like? Okay, I'm sure her books are gonna be a breeze through, I've read billionaire romance that is more dark than this. Yeah, he is in the head. But tell me why I loved it. Tell me why I enjoyed it. So he's obsessing over this girl named Elsa, and everybody has nicknamed her Frozen because she's just has her resting bitch face. She just doesn't really engage with everybody. She is on the cross country team, I believe, or track, one of those two. And Aiden doesn't become the captain. One of the other characters does, but he's still the popular kid. He's just very serious and mysterious and all the areas that we like. And the three books that follow that are all their books. So I'm right now reading Sealess Princess, which is the second book about Aiden and Elsa, and I believe the third book after that is also about them. I'm not completely sure because I don't really like looking books up. Controversial opinion. Here are the things that so far I haven't liked in the books, which has been nothing. If any of my YA friends were watching this, my friends who like rom-coms, YA fantasy books, and all that, I can't explain it. You either get it or you don't. And personally, like, I just get it. I get it. I get it. To the dark romance community, I am so sorry I doubted you. I'm sorry I doubted you, and I'm sorry I made fun of you sometimes, but now I'm on your team. And you know what? I ride and die for my people. So don't worry, I got our back. I'm even now going into like comment sections. I'm like defending dark romance, like it's my last day on earth, and all these characters, especially if I see like a Rina Kent video, like I'm defending these characters like nobody's business. So I really wanted to mention this because every time I like something or something that like stands out, like I'll take a photo, because I am reading this on my Kindle. I don't have the physical copy, so I'm reading these on my Kindle. And there's been so many times where she's like, oh, we're over Aiden, blah blah blah. I'm not spoiling any lines, by the way. If you haven't read this book, nothing is getting spoiled, but we're over, blah blah blah. And he just like will give her like an evil smirk, and he's like, that's where you're wrong, sweetheart. Okay, this man like does not know how to let go. And where do I get one of those? Where do I get one of those? Because you know what? I'll take it. I was saying the other day a lot of comments. It wasn't a lot of comments, but one of the girls on a video said like Aiden is her least favorite man that Rina Kent has read. And obviously she has a lot of books out. She has like 20 something books. So I don't know what the other people are. And I will probably make a video like ranking all of them in the books and what I think of all of them. But so right now I rank Aiden higher than I rate Levi. And I don't know, Levi was like vanilla compared to to like Aiden. Aiden is like triple chocolate. You know the chocolate ice cream that's like chocolate flavor with like chocolate pieces in there with like another layer of chocolate drizzle on top. Like that's what Aiden is, and I love it. Like obviously if he was a real man, I'd be like, you know, calling the cops, the FBI, CIA, and anybody that I can think of, you know, but he's not, and I'm having fun with it. I think sometimes people just take things a little bit too seriously when you're reading these things. Like you're supposed to, you know, just laugh and giggle and be like, you know, and just enjoy what you're reading, and I'm enjoying what I'm reading, but you can tell by my face because I'm smirking and I'm laughing, and I'm truly having a really good time. Hopefully I'm not convincing anybody to read these series, okay? Because you have to have a very specific type of taste in books to like these books, and I think Rina Kent just really sees right through me. So I know she didn't write these books for me. She might as well just like had dedicated these, like especially Aiden's and Elsa's story. She might as well just dedicate those to me, because at this point, like I don't think you will find another reader who likes these books just as much as I do. Maybe my opinion is going to change after reading the other ones. Who knows? I'll be back to report. Did I also mention that he drives a red Ferrari? Yeah. And did I also mention that he has gray eyes with like really dark hair? Tall, athletic, and the striker of his football team. And when I mean football, I mean soccer for the Americans. Like, I'm obsessed. I just finished Steel Princess by Rina Kent, and I ate that shit up. I swear to God, I love my brothers. But this video game addiction is getting on my nerves. Finished Steel Princess, which is the third book of Rina Kent's that I've read, and I really like this book compared to the previous one. The previous one was like a little bit sus, and it's just like wasn't as much as my I don't know, the plot was not plotty, okay? This one, however, had a really strong storyline, and I absolutely loved it. The plot twists in this book, I was like, oh my god, what's happening? Give me a sec, you know, to to process what just happened. I really liked it. I started, oh my god, what's the fourth book? I always forget the names of these books. I don't know why. I think because they're on the shorter side. Honestly, had this couple not had 3 books, I don't think I would be able to really remember everything that happens. Okay, I'm reading Twisted Kingdom, which is the 4th book, and technically the third official book of the Royal Elite series. So far I'm like 19 pages in and I'm really enjoying it. I love Elsa and I really like her character, so that's something that I'm really enjoying in this book. Personally, I don't think these books are that dark. I can totally see darker books like existing. I don't know if they're definitely for me, because for me right now this is enough. Especially Aiden. Aiden is enough, okay? I'm not really sure. I'm so excited though, because from like the last names and the names of these characters, I can kind of connect them to her newest series, The Legacy of Gods. So I'm like so excited to like know that these characters have kids and their kids have their own books. Like that just is so exciting. I'm really interested to meet Aiden's and Elsa's kid, because I really want to know how fucked in their head they are. I really want to know that. I know that Levi's and Astrid kids probably are like so chill and cool, but Elsa's and Aiden's kid must be wild. So I was actually excited about this book, but yeah, I don't think it's my favorite one, but I don't think it's also my least favorite, if that makes sense, right? And then I read Vicious Prince, which is Ronan's and Teal's book, and let me tell you about this book. This book was so good. I absolutely loved Ronan. I think he's my favorite horseman, period. I still haven't read Ruthless Empire, which is Cole's book, but Cole is a little bit suspicious, so I'm not really sure how I'm going to like Cole, but Ronan is my favorite. I absolutely devoured this book, and they were just like the least problematic couple. I think they had great communication, great chemistry, and it just fit really perfectly with, you know, Teal's character and Ronan's character. Like, this made sense. The special editions, which I'm absolutely in love. I think they're so gorgeous. I mean, they're just the prettiest thing ever. Like, I'm obsessed with the colors, and they were pricey, okay? I don't want to talk about it. If you're looking these up on Amazon and you're like, what the fuck, Theo? You know what? Like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. You know, at least I'm not buying drugs. So that's that. Hi everybody, I don't even know how long it's been since I have filmed and cut you up on my Rina Kent journey. I did finish the Royal Elite series literally last night. I have not read the novella that comes after Cole's book, but I am getting ready to film some TikToks about it, so I thought I'd talk a little bit about his book while I do my makeup, just to be more efficient. But anyways, I was in a major reading slump in the end of May, so I didn't get to read all the books that I wanted to, which is a little bit disappointing. And I had a lot of things going on with my family, so I just did not have the time to read, honestly, nor did I have the energy, if I'm being honest. Like, sometimes I could have read, but I was so emotionally drained so I couldn't do it. Anyways, long story short, we're back. I did read Cole's book in literally 2 days. I stayed up, not last night, the day before, until 1 a.m. reading the book because it got so good. It just really connected with their story, which is really shocking because I did not think I was going to like Cole at all. Nor did I think I was gonna like Silver, but I don't think you can dislike Silver when you read her book. I know everybody has a really soft spot for Kim, who is in the technically the third couple. What is it? Black Knight. So I can understand why the dislike with Silver in regards to Kim, but honestly, if you really love Kim, you probably hate every other character in the series because Kim was just treated so badly by all of them, and I really feel for her. Anyways, I just really liked Silver a lot. This book definitely was the best written book. I also think that Rina Kent did a great job showing how complex Cole and Silver were as characters, and I think the growth from both of them was just amazing. And I think they had a great storyline. Actually, theirs might be my favorite after Ronan's and Teal. I don't even know what the last clip of me was here, but I just absolutely adore Ronan and Teal, and they're definitely my favorite, and their book is my favorite for sure. But after this, after Ronan and Teal's, which is The Vicious Prince, I think this one might be my favorite. I just, I liked Cole before I got his book, but the way the characters in previous books spoke about Cole, they made it seem that Cole was just like terrible character, much darker than Aiden, which I think is false. And that kind of disappointed me a little bit because I did expect Cole to be a little bit freakier, and he wasn't. I mean, I guess if we want to call him freakier for like, using ropes, but that was the only thing that I thought in my mind that was like, okay, But other than that, I think Cole was pretty normal in any other way that the rest of them were. I honestly did. There were instances where I hoped he would turn worse than Aiden in a way, because the way Aiden would speak about him and he would say, like, people know about me and they know how cold I am and how, intense Aiden can be, but Cole hides it in a way which makes him even more dangerous than and scary than Aiden. But that didn't really happen. One thing that I loved about Cole was that he was a reader and he read a lot, so I really enjoyed him, talking about the experiences of reading books and stuff, although he is more on like, he was reading mostly non-fiction and like philosophical books rather than fiction and all that, so that was a bit different. But what was I saying? I don't even know. Sometimes I'm just like rambling on and on and on and I don't even know what I'm talking about, so let me take a pause for a second. Who have read the series, I cannot tell you the emotions I felt throughout this book, especially the scene where Elsa loses it with Silver. Reading it from Silver's POV was probably one of the saddest things I've read in this series. It was just truly, truly, truly sad. And I'm gonna say this. I did not like the way Cole would not stand up for Silver, especially with Aiden. I think Cole should have in a few instances. I understand why he didn't do it, because he was teaching her a lesson, and I think that was a lesson that Silver really needed. Especially the way she treated Kim, like Cole was really not okay with that, and he says that a lot in his chapters, how he just doesn't like how Silver is at school and how she is a mean girl essentially. But I wish he would have stood up for Silver a little bit more. Like, there's no way in this earth that Elsa could do something wrong and Aiden wouldn't take her side, and let the others in the group disrespect Elsa. So I was a little bit disappointed. My favorite character was definitely Ronan. I loved his character, his storyline, his book. I knew I was going to like him because I just really attracted to the funny characters. I think I relate to them a lot, which is why I gravitate towards those characters a lot. I, however, did not think I was going to like Silver, so I was really surprised when I, was really liking her book, and reading things from her perspective just really showed me a lot of empathy for her character. Also really liked Levi's and Astrid's story. They're also one of my favorite couples. I think Levi, after Ronan, might be the greenest flag out of all of them. So I like Twisted Kingdom, which was the third book of Aiden and Elsa, and just watching Aiden's progression throughout his books was really interesting and made his character a lot more likable. I understand now why she gave him 3 books. I don't think he needed 3 books, and then I definitely would put Black Knight as last. The men had really good friendships with each other, even though they were at each other's neck all the time, but they still knew each other's hopes and dreams, to put it in a positive way, while the women didn't, and that really disappointed me in a way. I really enjoy seeing the found family trope, and you see that with the couples, but not really with each other one-on-one. So yeah, these are my thoughts on the overall series. I can't wait to read the novella because I feel like it's going to be really interesting. The novella does wrap up the Royal Lead series. You're supposed to read Jonathan's, which is Aiden's dad, duology. I don't think I will because I'm just not really interested in his character. And after, you know, if you read Aiden's story, you know what happens to his mom, and I'm not really interested to see Jonathan in a good way. So yeah, that's about it for now. And that was the end of the video. I hope you really enjoyed. This probably took me 2 months to film because there were just so many parts that needed to be filmed. And if you're watching this, I hope you'll stay around. I'm really trying to post more, so I know if people stick around, and I will feel like I have to post, that will be my motivation. And if you want to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, I will link that down below. I am more consistent on TikTok, or else known as BookTok. But anyways, I hope to see you on my next video. Bye for now.